Hi, in this video we want to talk about computers' memory or storage. In the last video we learned that computers have two main parts, CPU or processing unit and memory or storage. CPU, as the name suggests, does the processing, and we talked about that in the previous video. And memory stores and saves data and information. CPU and memory are connected together and they exchange data, and sometimes CPU needs an information that is in the memory, so it retrieves it from storage, and sometimes it sends data to memory to store it. And of course, they send data using zeros and ones. Memory has three main jobs. The first is obviously data storage. Our files, pictures, and documents are all stored in the memory. And the second is instruction storage. Memory stores instructions. Every program that runs on the computer obviously has some code or instructions that must be executed. It is these instructions that tell the computer what to do, and it's memory's job to store these instructions and provide them for the CPU when necessary. And lastly, memory does volatile storing. Volatile or temporary storage is just like our short-term memory. In volatile storage, memory holds the data that the CPU is processing and working on. And in the past, all these three things were done by only one kind of memory, and that created some challenges. Because this memory had to store all the data, it had to be huge. Therefore, it would take some time for it to find the data that was needed. And because of that, most of the time CPU was just waiting for memory to retrieve the needed data, or the next instruction that the computer must do. And each time, memory has to find that data between all programs and files that are stored. Imagine if you didn't have a bookshelf, and each time you wanted one of your books, you had to go find it in a big library. That's what was happening. So engineers realized that we need two kinds of memories, a main memory and a secondary memory. The difference between them is that the secondary memory has a bigger space or capacity, but it is slower, and the main memory is really fast but has a lower capacity. Also, the secondary memory does a better job at holding onto data and even keeps the data if there is no electricity. On the other hand, main memory can change faster, even though it loses the data once the computer is shut down. So now the main memory can handle this temporary storage very effectively, and the CPU can rely on it to store data that it is working on and needs to access quickly. So today computers, phones, and laptops have two main types of storage. One is called RAM, which is the main memory, and they also have SSD storage. If you notice, the SSD storage of computers sometimes has 1 terabyte of space, while RAM is about 8 gigabytes or 12 gigabytes, which is much lower. A high-capacity RAM means that your computer is faster at running programs and does that very smoothly, while a high-capacity SSD means you can store a lot of documents on it and save them. Alright guys, thanks for watching. This concludes our Computers 101 series, and by now you must have a better understanding of computers and have a better overview about its history and why it was invented and how does it work and its structure. We have more technical videos coming up, so be sure to subscribe and stick around for more videos and lessons.